Hello, friends. It is I, Kat, from Cat Yarns. Back to my channel. You're catching me on a sick day. I've been sick for the past, this is day 6 of fever. I have the flu, and so does my son now, which has been very, very challenging. And I've been going through a big trigger with being sick. First of all, it's one of the worst fears for me as a single mom. One of the things that worries me the most is what if I'm really sick and Oliver's sick and I can't take care of us, or, it's one of those things that's like, okay, I do my best and we get through a lot of things and challenges, but you can't control those sorts of things. And this is the worst I've been sick since I've had him, and both of us being sick. Yesterday was a horrible day. There was a good couple of hours where his fever was just going up, spiking. It spiked past 104, 104.3, and that was terrifying. And I've been just exhausted from 5 days of fever myself and weak, and it was just really hard. So it triggered me. I got into the space of like, I'm always doing things by myself. I'm always alone. It's from the start. I've been alone in this world, it has felt like. And that really wears on a person after a while. It's not the total truth, but I'm not completely alone, I would say, but kind of am. And so it's like I tell people and send my plans in for teaching, and like I said, community is one of our values. So when I call out sick and I say like, oh, we have the flu, I've been 4 days with a fever, and now Oliver has it, and they know I'm a single mom, and the response is, take care of yourself. And it's like, yeah, thanks. That's exactly what I've always been doing. And it brings up in me, this other voice of like, well, who's taking care of you can't, nobody takes care of other people around here. We're all on our own here. We need to be independent, da da da. And it's unfair of you to expect that other people would care or would want to help or anything. And then another part that's like, well, did you ask for help? If you asked, I bet somebody would do something. And I'm sure that's true. If I said, I really need a bag of groceries, like, could somebody please get me these things or some medicine or something? I'm sure that somebody would do that for me. But that's not the response, not until one asks does one get seen. Instead of thinking like my boss, getting that message and her saying, take care of yourself, she could have said, let us know if you need anything. She could have said, do you need anything? But she said, take care of yourself. And it's interesting because I'm watching a show right now because that's all I can do. Love is Blind, and people call it a trashy show, and I understand why. But it's fascinating the way that people relate to each other, and people are fascinating, and so I love watching those kinds of shows because it's just a social experiment. The premise of the show is that these people, they bring these not couples, singles in, they meet each other behind a wall and they just talk for 10 days and fall in love with one of them, pick one. There's always drama, multiple people want the same person, da 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 da, but they're trying to prove the concept love is blind. Like, can we fall in love without looking at somebody, right? And they propose before they even meet in person, before they see each other. And it's fascinating. And of course, love is blind in that you can fall in love behind a wall without the looks getting in the way. You can give people more of a chance that way, actually. You get to know their depth and their character and who they are. But that's in a little pod one-on-one. In the real world, when you're dealing with other people and the mundane tasks of existence, and especially of cohabitating and all of these things, all these different stressors and factors and work and da 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 da, and things get hard, right? So the idea of love is blind, it's not even a true concept. What I want to say is that love is actually light. Love is seeing somebody clearly and truly and fully, right? Compassion is really seeing into a person. Empathy is sort of taking a walk in their shoes and imagining what it's like. It's seeing from their eyes, or at least trying to. So love in this case would say, hey, cat, do you need something? Like, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. Do you need something? Because they would see and take a moment to see my situation. That's what love does. Okay, that's also where like love and attention and funneling of attention through social media, it's really actually kind of scary and evil. You know, if love is light and love is attention, and we're being pulled and our attention is being capitalized and bought and sold and datafied and just made to build money, right? That's what it's doing. It's so wild what's happening in this world right now. I'm just thinking, is that all I want to say about love? I'm sure there's more. I didn't want it to be like, poor me, woe is me, but and I'm struggling with my trigger, I know where it comes from. I've felt alone my whole life, which has been very hard, and of course, here I am. I created a situation where I am alone again, right? I grew up with a single mom, and here I am a single mom. Like, I'm hoping that I'm breaking some of these generational challenges, but it is really hard, and it's lonely out here. My cat's rubbing on me right now. Come here, baby. I'm gonna pick you up. Oh, your little girl. She's be held. And yesterday I was having a panic attack about it all, just feeling so headache, feeling so hurt and triggered and exhausted and scared. It was scary, to be with my son when he's just burning up. And I went outside and I sat down. It's cold here, and I just, thinking I'm just so alone. I'm always so alone. And then as soon as I thought alone, this little flock of tiny birds just came out of nowhere, and I've seen them before. They sometimes visit in the morning or different times, or they're not always there at all, but all of a sudden they just came out of nowhere and flew into the bush right by where I was sitting and just tweeting and tweeting. It was like a Cinderella moment, and just a reminder of like, I'm not alone. There's a lot in the unseen realm that supports me and supports us. Probably more than, it's more there than here, what we can see. That's what I believe. And that was a beautiful sign, but still, it's like, it feels bad. It feels really bad to not be really seen and not be cared for and to just, like, take care of yourself. That feels bad. And so, what can I do about it? I can, do my best to not do that to other people and be a beacon of light, be a beacon of love, and practice what I want to see in the world, right? That's the thing. Become the change you wish to see. So that's what I'm trying to do, spread love, which is to see each other and understand our shared humanity and value each other and reach out when we can. Even if you can't give anything, just a kind word or, you know, just a little more than take care of yourself. It's like, you think I haven't been doing that? Like, thanks for the reminder that I'm alone taking care of myself and my son, who both of us are extremely sick, and I said that. Like, when I say 5 days with a fever straight and the flu, you know? You could go that step and say, single mom, do you need something? Or you could just say, take care of yourself, right? Let's go back to work at our community, you know? It made me feel really sad. So that's what we have. I do want to show you this painting. This is my peace portal painting that I did with this woman whose name I'm blanking on. I did a workshop with her. I'll put the link down below. She led us through this process of creating a peace portal, and that's what this represents. This is heart space, and I think of like these two orbs as almost parts of us. This thing I've been explaining, that, these different parts of us that are sort of in orbit around us, but the goal is to integrate them. But we do find ourselves triggered and in seeing from this perspective rather than our heart center, right? And then when we see from this place, we get false ideas and really extreme black and white thinking, like I was sort of sharing before, of, I'm always alone. Nobody ever helps me. Nobody cares about me. Nobody sees me. That's not the truth. That can't be the truth. That's not true. You know, from that perspective, it feels true. You know? But when I come here, I say, no, like you do. And so it's not true. You know, you, but I feel like that's what I have for you for today on a sick day and low energy. Luckily, I'm starting to feel better, which I'm really grateful for. I do believe that trials help us grow. So I have to just hold that as the truth. I appreciate my body so much and what it can do and help us heal and get through these things. And I hope I can figure out the lesson about community and what that means, and how to build one that's real around me and that's based on love. So, alright. Hope you all are well. Don't get the flu. It's bad. Okay. love you very much. Let me know what you're up to and what's going good in your world and what you're happy about or whatever's on your mind, honestly. I'd love to hear and see what's going on for you. All right, love you. Bye.